We haven't talked to you yet.
Well, what do we have here? You must be a new arrival. Let me guess. Fate of the undead, right? Well, you're not the first. But there's no salvation here. You'd have done better to rot in the undead asylum. But too late now. Well, since you're here, let me help you out. There are, actually, 2 bells of awakening. One's up above in the undead church. The other is far, far below, in the ruins at the base of Blight Town. Ring them both, and something happens. Brilliant, right? Not much to go on, but I have a feeling that won't stop you. So,
not at all.
Off you go. It is why you came, isn't it? To this accursed land of the undead?
I didn't come here by choice. Why did the Age of the Stars fail?
What?
Ever heard of the Lands Between?
Oh, that's all we need. Another inquisitive soul. Well, listen carefully then. One of the bells is up above in the undead church, but the lift is broken.
Huh?
You'll have to climb the stairs up the ruins and access the Undead Burg through the waterway. The other bell is back down below the Undead Burg, within the plague-infested but I'd die again before I step foot in that cesspool.
You wouldn't be laughing if you've been there. You clearly haven't been to the swamp, red and fly-infested wastelands.
Hell, what is it now? You ask too many questions.
I didn't say anything. Better to ask questions than to feel sorry about it later. And now, let's go to ring that first bell. A hollow soldier. Ooh! Completely bumbled its attack. Don't turn your back on your enemy, soldier. Every one of them's gone insane. None of them are human anymore. We got our trusty spear to get us through. The ring of sacrifice. And you throwing fire bombs like some kind of playground. Come hither, knight. Yeah. Binoculars. Now we can look at hideous stuff up close. It's a secret item. A deformed bronze coin. Can be given to ferrymen, depicting a skull. In Lordran, they serve as a way of communication between the servants of Gravelord Nito and his ferrymen. Looks like the dead have completely taken hold of this place. Ancient ferrymen are all over Lordran. However, over time, even the memory of who actually served Nito was lost. So simple purpose has a coin is enough for them. So basically, the undead gain dementia. I think I know what the problem is now. A sword. Pointless to us. And I gotta admit that the depth of field in Dark Souls 1 is really well done. Such a magical feeling that you won't get in any of the other ones. Come hither. As long as I have a metal gauntlet on my left hand, anything is parryable. It's all the lost undead. Rat. Poke you. Prism stones. Are there any lore regarding the stones? Warm pebble emitting a beautiful phasing aura of 7 colors with a very rare 8th. The Rainbow Stone does nothing special but can serve as a path marker and can be dropped off a cliff to judge height with the sound of its descent. If a loud noise is heard upon its landing, then a fall off the ledge is lethal. Most likely, anyway. About a 90% chance it won't actually be, if you position yourself just right. The Undead Burg. Everything is undead. Let's try and get the drop on me. Investigate the lower quarters. Another hollow. Anything secret in here? Yes, Doc. I don't know how to use fancy-dancy weapons. The largest thrusting sword there is can pierce an armored knight in a single thrust. The blade is also sharp. Okay. Ambushers. Slice. Oh, but apparently this time now we get the drop on you. Some hollows be guarding. Anything of value. The soul of a proud knight. For some reason the hollows did not want to use it for themselves. A long ago gone hollow. A proud undead knight. Souls are the source of all life, and whether undead or even hollow, one continues to seek them. Well, those hollows clearly didn't care about the souls. Maybe they're too far gone that they don't even know how to use it anymore. Another poor soul. Purple moss clump. Thank you. That takes care of one last enemy. Oh, but now it's out of 2 archers, or 1 archer, there's now 2 of you. A large soul. Kick your guard. You don't need a shield, spearman. You're too old and frail. Can't even hold a shield anymore properly. So when I first played this game, back in 2011, I would spend hours in this area, just constantly farming and practicing the game, which is probably one of the best tips I could ever give to anyone starting the game for the first time. Just stay in the Undead Burg and really get used to the combat. Try different weapons out and learn how to use your weapon and how these battles work. It becomes extremely trivial once you start to memorize it. And of course, I've been playing these games since forever, so... More hollows. Can't even have to use a single Estus flask. No item. The residence key. Key to a residence in the Undead Burg. Simple sturdy design of the locks in the burg keep out unwanted visitors. But this is the standard key in these parts and will open several residences. The master key of the basic locks. A light crossbow. That's not a Fulman crossbow. It slows us down, and it's garbage. We'll need more endurance to start using that. And I'd be disappointed with the damage when we do. Although there's one thing that this mod does really nice, is it adds scaling to crossbows. You can totally play a pure range character with crossbows in this. And the firing rate is a lot faster than in vanilla. So you can really just shoot these at a pretty nice pace. Fortunately, we have no use for it. Let's proceed. Yes, we gotta get rid of that crossbow. Stop firing at us. Another Soul of a Proud Knight. And a nice bonfire. At least we know we're safe. Now the first thing we do is kindle it. You have to be in a state where you can lose humanity. That's how powerful it is. If you get 99 humanity, your character becomes godlike with its stat increases. More endurance. It stands, and this is a pretty common knowledge to anyone playing these games, that endurance is the king of stats in Dark Souls 1. Always invest into endurance. All the way up here. Guess we better head back out. A red phantom. This can't be true. He's cursed. Several of them, in fact. Banish you. Let's not have you follow us, because if we proceed onwards, you will in fact start running. Titanite shard. Must be the upgrade materials of this world. Most common Titanite. Titanite shards are fragments of the legendary slabs. Titanite is etched into weapons to reinforce. So they're not melted into weapons, they are etched into them. Since Titanite itself is kind of like a magical object that has power, you're a true knight of this kingdom. Technically, you're not actually from here. But you go down just as easy as the rest of them. That missed. Whoops, that's not what I wanted to do. To this day, the jump is still problematic. This is why in Elden Ring they have you be able to jump by default like in Sekiro, and then you can just do any attack you want to jump. Where here, that's not so much the case. Poke you. Charcoal pine resin. Good against anything dead or monstrous. Thank you for your sword. I'll carry your name in memory. Hollow. You can hear the clanging around of some big dude in armor. Not worried about you. You guys were throwing firebombs. Unacceptable. Fodder. Oh, that's a red phantom. Don't let him up here. You can't be here, red phantom. Cause problems if you do. Downside of a spear. That does not work on any terrain that is uneven. Battle axe. I guess the first time we'll have to use our healing. Sana Bonera Maya. Huh? You're a little late, buddy. You saw a red phantom in that tower. In fact, you can even see his head poking out at the top there. Ooh, he really wants to get us. Be very careful, because that is a red phantom soldier. Let's fight on even ground, shall we? Not gonna take the gamble to fight you up there. He's afraid and he knows it. He knows to be afraid. Our counters aren't strong enough. But let's use the old Dark Souls 1 trick in the book. You can infinitely backstab just about any enemy in the game if you stand right behind them. Dense flint. A chunk of flint used to create new arrows and bolts when given to a blacksmith. The citizens of the Undead Burg have always been associated with ranged weaponry. And this dense chunk of flint will allow the creation of guard-breaking ammunition. The residence key. A resident of the Burg.
Well now, you seem to have your wits about you. Then you are a welcome customer. I trade for souls. Everything's for sale.
Fantastic. Could I have that dream catcher that you're selling? Or is that a plate? Some kind of voodoo mask? And forks, spoons? I hope those aren't sporks. Probably one of the worst inventions ever made. Lightning urns. Dark Souls 3. Overrun by static. Not everyone could throw lightning bolts. People were pathetic in the faith of the gods. So the Knights of Gwyn created these bombs with their power. For Gwyn needed all the help he could get. He was sick and tired of the dragons destroying everything because that's all they ever do. Lloyd is an interesting character. Our Father Lloyd, cleric knight to hunt down the undead. Blocks Estus recovery. Obviously it had no effect on our game. In the outside world, the undead are accursed creatures. Lloyd's cleric knights are widely praised for their undead hunts. This blessed talisman blocks recovery, allowing the knights to fight with impunity. Alright, well the lightning urn costs 1300. And none of this stuff we need. We're gonna have to come back for that deformed bronze coin. Actually, we might have enough souls to get it. Should probably do that. So this mod does change the way the travel system works. The Lord Vessel no longer teleports you and you have to use the ferryman to get around the world.
Thank you. Come back soon.
You're welcome. Wait a second, we need intel. What can you tell us about this place?
Things are getting treacherous in these parts.
I see
A
that.
horrible goat demon has moved in below. And up above, there's that humongous drake and a bull demon too. If you stick around this place, it might end up being your grave.
It already seems to be for everyone else here.
Yeah, I'm not here to chit-chat.
Me neither.
We talk business, or we talk...
Thanks for the intel, though.
What a waste of time. Go and fall off a cliff.
Oh, whatever, buddy. Now see, he doesn't need to worry about ever going completely hollow because he still has a purpose in life, and that's selling pots and cookware. But at least he'll never go hollow, and that's what matters. Let's not go that way. That are the Red Phantom Spearmen. Yeah, if you don't approach quick enough. If you actually look out the side here in the distance... Okay, well, you're gonna interrupt. As I was saying. So you can see the forest over there, and you can see the path that you go down into the basin. Which is just like a nice little detail, although it looks like garbage. We'll be there eventually. Not a fan of you, buddy. Poke you. We would have died just then if he did that attack. You haven't had enough. He's throwing a weapon against you. Yeah, let that trigger that dude. Another Balder Knight. These guys have lore, which I will save for later. Titanite Shard. And more gold pine resin. Save it for the demons. Tough one, aren't ya? Eat Firebomb. And parry you, which is something that really shouldn't exist in this game. It should not allow you to do stuff like this. Funny enough, in Dark Souls 2, you can actually do the same thing with Ornstein, the Pursuer, Dragon Rider. For some reason, the games give you the ability to just parry these monstrous-sized enemies. I don't even think about drinking that. You must have worshipped All-Father Lord at some point. Bear Knights are actually from the Kingdom of Balder. Lucerne. With a large, hard beak-like protrusion. Instead of stabbing, it clubs the heart with with its hard beak. The ashes are gone after the fate of the Grave Lord's servant. Looks like the curse is worn off for now. Which curse could it be, though? We have to wonder. You can see the shadows of 3 hollows. Thou shalt get the drop on me. Yeah, let's do this. Whoops, completely missed. Shoot you. Quit moving. Can't escape the crossbow forever. It's not our full moon crossbow, but it's still a crossbow nonetheless. Doing a playthrough of this game is a little odd because I played it so many times. So anything I do, like equipping items and preparing myself for certain things, is just going to come second nature. Like, I'm not even thinking about it, I just do it. Trying to snipe us to get the drop on us while we have to fight whoever that knight is. Is he a buddy? Greetings, knight. No, he's hollow. A follower of All-Father Lord. Stab you. I'll revoke the baddie up. Poke you. Oh, not a fan of that attack. So there is actually a way you can bait the Taurus demon to do a jump and toss him off the side of the ledge there. We're not going to risk that. Lightning arm. You're on our side, knight. Join us. Can't you see he's not your friend? Knight and knight team up. Ooh, doesn't like the knight. He doesn't like that he's been betrayed by his buddy. He was never your friend. Why did you attack me? A basement key. And a miracle lament force. Over the narrow path of lane below the far face of the Great Bridge and the Undead Burg. Lower Undead Burg, the treacherous place. Do not turn your back on the wily thieves or the wild dogs who serve the copper demon. Outland miracle, fall into the way of white. Emit shockwave. Considered an alternate branching of force. Emits an expanding shockwave orb. Should be noted that getting hit by this guy's emit force in this fight will just instantly kill you. At pretty much every turn. And the prerequisites is to get the Taurus demon below 80% of his life, and I believe this guy down to about 70%ish, and then he'll become your ally. So, thank you, Knight. Looks like not everyone's completely lost their minds.